So if you walk away from this video having only learned one thing, I want it to be that the foundations or fundamentals of painting are really the answer to all of your painting problems. I know that sounds like a bold claim, but I'm going to prove it in this video. And make sure to stick around to the end of this video because I have a really special announcement you are not going to want to miss. So what are some of the biggest problems new painters have? Well, if you saw my last video, you know that I hosted a paint week, and anybody who signed up for paint week got into the paint week Facebook group, and I actually asked them there, I said, hey, what are the biggest problems that you have with painting, or what do you think is holding you back the most from painting the way you want to paint? And it was so interesting to see all the common problems and like how many people just suffer from the same things. A lot of people say they didn't have enough time to paint. A lot of people say they don't know how to paint loose. A lot of people said they struggled with color mixing. A lot of people struggle to find something good to paint. I heard from a lot of people that they don't know what to do to get better, or that they don't have anybody to show their work, to give them advice and kind of check their work. It was so cool because I remember having every single one of those problems when I was first starting to paint. I first started to paint in high school. My high school didn't offer oil painting, so I actually had to find a class that I took for a couple months at a local art center. And I got lucky and I had a good teacher, but it was only for a few months and I kind of just got the basics. And then I was off to college where I thought, hey, like I'll learn a lot of stuff here. And I took painting every single semester and didn't learn a thing. I never saw one of my professors paint and I just left still feeling lost. And so I tried to teach myself. I scoured the internet for any painting DVD or book or tutorial or anything I could get my hands on. And I developed a good amount of skill, but every painting just seemed like a toss-up to me, like whether it was gonna be good or not. You know, I would have a good painting every now and then, but I was just never consistent. I felt like I was just always winging it. And I would find myself a lot of times like not even knowing what to paint. And I would go into these periods of a few weeks or sometimes months of not painting anything. But then I kind of had a breakthrough. I realized that all of the courses and tutorials and teachers and books and everything that I'd been like pulling information from, they were all getting to the same thing just in different ways with different methods and different materials, different techniques. But what they were getting at were just the foundations of painting or the fundamentals, understanding drawing, color, values, light and shadow, simplification. For example, color mixing. If you struggle getting the right color, if you're like, Chris, it takes me forever to get the right color, which is a question I got during paint week. You know, like, oh, it takes me forever, and then I finally do get it, and I paint it. My brushwork is a mess, and I end up overworking it and kind of blending everything out, and I just don't have any good brushwork. So that's two problems, color mixing and brushwork. Both those can be solved with one of the foundations of painting, which is understanding planes. When you're able to visualize a subject as if it was broken down into solid flat planes, it's going to make identifying colors and values a lot easier. I'm gonna look at this example of some fruit. The colors and values of the plain fruit are so obvious and distinct. Whereas if you try to pick out those same colors and values on the real fruit, it's hard because everything is so subtle. And color mixing is all about isolating a color and then matching it. And so many times I see students and their main problem with mixing color is they're not correctly identifying the color that they're trying to get to. Now, as far as brushwork goes, brushwork is all about the intention behind how you're painting. And the more intention you have, the more distinct and more purposeful your brushstrokes are gonna be. Now, brushwork is totally a preference thing, but for me, when I'm visualizing or thinking about the planes, no matter if it's a piece of fruit or a portrait, I'm thinking about as if I'm running my brush along the plane of that surface. I once heard another way of thinking about this. I think it was Edgar Payne was talking about brush strokes and direction and landscape. And you want to think if there was rain, which direction would the rain flow? So if you're like on a slant of a mountain, the rain would flow down that mountain. That's kind of the way you want your brushwork to go. If it's like a flat, straight cliff, it's probably just gonna be up and down. If it's flat ground, it's probably gonna be side to side. So if you just understood that base fundamental of planes, it's gonna improve your color mixing and your brushwork, and probably a whole bunch of other things too. Now, the thing people said that they struggled with the most was not having enough time to paint, which I fully understand. You know, people have lives, you have family, you have obligations, jobs, all this. If you don't have that much time to paint, it's very important to maximize the time that you do have. As soon as I started focusing on the fundamentals, my rate of improvement just drastically increased. Because when I finished the painting, if there was problems with it, I could link one of those problems back to one of the fundamentals. So now I knew what I needed to improve for the next painting. I'd look at a painting and be like, oh, my values are off there. I could have pushed the color saturation a little bit there. It's like, all right, I know what I did wrong, so I won't do it next time. Doing that is a lot better than just saying, I painted that tree really bad. It's like, you can't really make any improvements off just saying, oh, I painted it really bad. And I still do this every time I paint. I'm always thinking about the fundamentals and simplifying my problems into those fundamentals and working on those every day. Now, the third thing that people struggled with a lot was just being lost, which I understand. Like, it's like, I don't know what to paint. I don't know what to do to get better. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. That's okay. That's completely normal. See, once you get a hold of the foundations and these fundamentals and understand them, it's going to change the way you see things and the way you look at painting and the way you look at subjects. You will get better at being able to identify the elements that will make a good painting. I can't tell you how many times I have students coming to me and they're like, oh, I'm struggling to paint this painting right here. What's wrong? And I'm just thinking, you chose a really bad subject to paint. There's not many qualities in this reference that will translate well into a painting. Take this still life, for example. I would not be inclined at all to paint the image on the left just because there's no distinct light and shadow. There's no drama to the scene. Like, the form isn't obvious. Yes, I could paint this, and yes, I probably could make it look good, but I know the image on the right would be a lot easier to pull off and would make a more interesting painting because there is distinct light and shadow, and that's going to help me portray the form of that subject. So what will happen is that you will stop being inspired so much by the subject matter itself, but more of the qualities of that subject. Take this cove, for example. I wasn't like drawn to paint this cove because this cove had some special meaning or something. I chose it because they were very distinct big shapes. It's easy to identify the distinct solid shapes of these trees because they're backlit. These buildings and their reflection in the water are very clear, big, simple shapes. And I like the way that they were composed in the scene. You know, if I was there on a different day with different lighting, I probably wouldn't be compelled to paint it. Also, understanding these fundamentals is going to help you check your own work. When a painting is bothering you and you don't know what's wrong, you can just go straight down the list. Like, all right, like, how are my values? Are my values on point? Is my drawing on point? What about color? Am I pushing color complements in the right place? Did I simplify the subject into big shapes first? Or did I try and push detail too quickly? Again, I still do this on every single painting. In fact, even in the process of making this video and looking at this cove painting, there was something about it that was bothering me. And I was like, why is this bothering me? Like, why does something seem off? And I just went through the fundamentals and I got the color and I was like, there's a lot of blues and greens in here. I was like, oh, it'd probably be good if I could put somewhere in here a little bit of blue and greens complement, which is red or orange. I was like, huh, they do have those red or orange buoys that are in the water. Maybe I could put one of those in and then that would become my focal point with the contrast to complement colors. And so I did that. This painting's been done for months and in a frame on the wall, but I still was able to improve it just by thinking about the fundamentals and making that change, right? So I hope that all makes sense. You understand how important just the fundamentals and foundations of painting are. Because right now I'm offering what I call the Paint Week bundle. In this bundle is my Foundations of Oil Painting course. I specifically designed this course so new painters didn't have to go through the problems that I went as a new painter. You know, a lot of people have gone through this course. If you've gone through it and you liked it, please comment below. In it, I go everything from drawing, planes, big shapes, light and shadow, blending. When you finish, you'll have painted a still life, a landscape, and a portrait. The bundle also includes my Basics of Drawing for Painting course. This is a great mini course to quickly teach you like kind of all the tricks and tips and skills that I use to get an accurate drawing for a painting. Also in there is a really cool full still life tutorial. So that's my Foundations course with 4 tutorials, my drawing course with another tutorial. And just for the Paint Week bundle, I'm adding in 3 more tutorials. These are my most popular tutorials from my my Patreon page. It's another still life, landscape, and portrait. So that's 2 courses, 8 tutorials total. That originally is 144 bucks. Now, if all this bundle did was make oil painting a lot easier, do you think it would be worth it? Or if all it did was save you a few years of practice, would it be worth it? If all it did was pull you out from being lost and give you some direction to start making strides in your work, would it be worth it? I honestly think it would, because I did do it the other way and it took a lot of time and thousands of dollars, and you don't want to do it that way. But it's not going to be $144, it's only going to be $77. That's less than the foundations course alone. I'm doing this because I want as many people as possible to get this, because I want as many people as possible to understand that they can oil paint. I feel like more people are scared to oil paint than acrylics or watercolors, and I just know that if they just get a hang of the fundamentals and the foundations, they will realize it's actually a lot easier than both those other mediums. Oil paints are a lot more forgiving than acrylics and watercolors. You just have to get through that initial learning curve, and I promise you, you will have so much fun. Now, I've never had a sale like this, and I probably won't for a very long time. So if you want to get the Paint Week bundle, the link to that is in the description of this video. This offer ends March 23rd, so jump on it soon. If you have any questions, leave those questions in the comments section of this video and I'll do my best to answer them. And as always, if you want to see what I'm painting on a daily basis, you can follow me on Instagram at Forza43. If you go through the course and you do the paintings, tag me on Instagram if you post them on Instagram. I really like to see them. All right, I'm Chris Fornatero here telling you, seriously, go get painting.